Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for F1 Manager 2023. As we continue our run here with Alfa Romeo, still in our first season. We're coming up on race number 7. And as of now, still in 7th place, which is exactly where we need to be. We've been picking up a point here and there, literally a point here and there. So that's good, obviously. The more of those individual single points we get, the less likely Williams, McLaren, or AlphaTauri are going to pass us. We're also closing down on the lead for the DHL fastest pit stop competition, which is very important for us to get a big chunk of money at the end of the season. But let's go ahead and get into this, define our performance targets for this next race, and go from there. We're still hoping to continue to do qualifying, because that's another $1 million right there. Looks like we need 2 drivers to finish top 15 3 races in a row. I don't think that one's going to happen. So I'm just not going to worry about that one. Guarantees, though, here, though, we could go ahead and grab one driver being top... Do I dare say 12 again? I think we say 12 again. I think we're just this close to getting it. Oh, I forgot to hit save. I think we're so close to getting it that I think it's worth pushing for that. And then qualifying position, we're just going to go ahead and stick with... You know what? We're going to go for 12 here as well. Why not? Let's be bold. And we will go ahead and click the one driver gets to Q3 because it only costs us $35,000 if we don't make it. And there's a slim chance that we could because we only missed it by a tiny bit in the last race. So I'm holding out to hope that we are just on the edge of being able to start consistently at least getting Q3, which all that means is that we're 10th place, car overall. Why do we keep saying we have an inbox thing? I don't see anything. Oh, it's right there below it. I like the inbox is a little bit weird because it doesn't seem like it highlights quite the way I need it to. All right, let's get to the race weekend. Monaco is going to be a tough one. It really is all about qualifying for Monaco. I mean, because there's really minimal places that you can pass people. It's a combination of qualifying to get you set up in a good spot to begin with, and then the proper pit strategy so that you just come out at the right places, come out ahead of people, things like that. Because there's just not a lot of opportunities to pass people on this one. Especially for a car like ours, which is not that fast. If we have one of the fast cars, obviously if we're Red Bull, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, but it matters less where we qualify because Red Bull can pass people. They're fast enough to get past them in those small, little tiny sections. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and get through the practice, and I'll get through the qualifying, and I'll bring us back for races. Nothing really for us to see. I mean, I could show you guys more practice, more qualifying, but I don't know if there's really a point. There's not much to see. Like I said, if we start getting to the point where we are consistently in Q3 and we are qualifying for, top 5 or something like that, I might show some of those. But for right now, we're just trying to qualify the bare minimum that we can to get some money. So that's all I care about. All right, we made it through qualifying. As you can see, I'm looking at the qualifying 2 results because that is as far as we made it. However, we missed it by a teensy-weensy margin. Like, we're talking in the hundredths of a second. So we're not bad. We're not bad. I mean, we're still a long ways away from being like good, but the fact that we could fairly consistently be, maybe top 12 or something like that right now. Sort of beep. I think my fire alarm battery is dead. I apologize. If you can hear a beep every once in a while, I apologize. I'll try to get the battery replaced here in a little bit. But anyway, so Bottas obviously finishing 11th here. Piastri finishing 18th overall. I mean, he's not miles behind Q2. He was only, 1/10 of a second, maybe a little bit more than a 1/10 of a second. So, I mean, he's definitely, I think he's got the same car at this point that Bottas does. He's just not as good a driver. So he would need to have a better car than some of these guys to make up for his driver lack of skills, if you will. But Bottas doing pretty good. Again, 11th place. I'm pretty happy with that. I think did we set 12th place for our sponsor objective? I think we did. We'll check out that here in a second because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we said 12th. So there's $120,000 right there. That is awesome. Plus we reached Q2. We just barely missed Q3 by such a small margin. I mean, I think we're on it so close that it's still probably worth putting this in here because I think we're close enough that we're going to get it. We're going to start getting it very soon. And then we're going to be very happy that we have that locked in there. We're still on our hot streak for qualifying here, which is awesome. So that's another $1,000,000 there. And then I guess that's it for now. So we'll have to see how we do in the race. Hopefully we can finish 12th or higher in other races as well. But we will find out. Let's go check out to see what kind of the circuit looks like. It is a 22-second pit time loss, which isn't bad. But again, pushing hard on this track is just not... I don't feel like it's as valuable because it's just so hard to pass. Pushing hard is good when you can get past people. If you can't get past people, it's probably better to trend towards fewer pit stops. And I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's going to be... I mean, we can still push within the tire bands that we're going to go for, but those pushings are going to be more for kind of making up time when other people pit or other, you know, the occasional mistake that people make, things like that. I just don't think we're going to be able to push our way to passing people on this particular track. So I will kind of plug in. Well, I say that. I mean, there's really nothing here. This is it. This is the strategy for that one. All right. So we got that. We might be able to push a little bit on this one, right? Yeah, we could push a little bit back there. Not really up the front side of things. So probably something like this would be the best we could do here. Probably something like that right there. And then this other track strategy would be the same. So we basically have two strategies right now. And the yellow one is a bit faster because we can push those hards a bit more, I think. And maybe make up some time here and there. I mean, just for giggles. We'll plug in let's do like a soft, medium, soft stint, maybe. And we'll just say we'll push a little bit here. Let's see. I don't know if we can even push that much, to be honest. This track seems to be very rough on the tires, actually. I mean, we can barely maybe get a triple stint in here to work out. Something like that, and we'd have to, like, tone off a little bit. But, I mean, is that faster? It's 1:38.11 versus... It's 12 seconds faster, and it's a 22-second pit stop. I just don't think the math works out there. I think we're going to go with the single pit strategy. We'll put you on that. You're going to go on probably this one. We will push you a little bit more on the first stint. But otherwise, it's basically identical here, I think. And we'll go with that. All right. Let's go ahead and get you set up. Let's go ahead and get you set up. Oh, I need to remember to change out the engines and all the other parts from qualifying. I say, well, you know what? This is probably a good track to go with maybe a little bit not maximized engine. I don't remember what the percentage for ERS is. We'll probably just keep running this one. I mean, this one's going to be fine for practice for now. And gearbox, we can go with the 76. That's okay. I mean, we're going to have to plan to craft a new engine, obviously. We kind of know that. So I'm just hoping we can make it. I mean, we always knew that we're going to have to craft one engine apiece. I just don't know if we're going to be able to get away from crafting two engines apiece. That was the whole point of trying to get the cooling down, but we'll see what happens. All right, we'll go with this. Yep, I think I like that. Before I push the button and start the race, though, I am going to go change the battery in my alarm because it's going to annoy me if it doesn't. If it doesn't annoy you guys because you can't hear it, well, it annoys me. So I'll be right back. All right, sanity crisis averted. Well, beyond my normal sanity crises. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. I am looking forward to this race. I'm not holding out much hope that we will do very well, if I had to be perfectly honest. Although, we have been improving our downforce more than like our top speed and acceleration. So, maybe this is the kind of track that fits us a little better. I still think it's going to be a really hard track to pass on, so I'm not really expecting much there, but we'll see. All right, let's go to Bottas's helmet cam and let's watch this race.
Overtake is available. Copy that.
I mean, Bottas moving up to 9th place already. That's not bad if he can hold it. He's holding it briefly for a moment, but no, not quite. I mean, Mercedes has got a fast car. I mean, come on. That's logical. But the fact that we snuck up to 10th, I mean, if we can hold on to the 10th the entire time, I'll take another point. I mean, I know it's very early in the race, but this is just one of those races that you kind of, I mean, you don't, I'm not saying you'll never see stuff change around between qualifying, but because mistakes happen and obviously people race well as well. I mean, both those things can be true, but this one's more likely to match your qualifying than just about any other track, I think. Watching it from this view is still making me want to go back and play F1, the F1 driver game. Come on, let's go, let's go. So, this is such a tight track, too. This track is not easy to drive. I'll say I know from simulation experience. All right, well, there we go. Let me go ahead and run through the rest of this. I will bring you guys back if something crazy happens. That is one thing about this track that does shake up the standings, is that it does have a pretty high chance of accidents. So hopefully we're not the ones that getting the accidents, and hopefully we can take advantage of other people's mistakes. But I will bring you back if or when that happens. Well, unfortunately, I was right. It's a racetrack that accidents do happen. And, of course, we get one. Piastri is out, unfortunately. I don't know if it was his fault. I actually don't. What lap were we on? 38? 5, 6. Actually, we were gonna pit here anyway. I mean, I guess in a way, is this like the best thing that could happen for us because we get a free pit out of it? Maybe. Other than the fact that obviously we don't want Piastri to be out, but I honestly don't know. I guess that they haven't assigned fault. Maybe it's just maybe there is no fault on this one. Maybe it's just is what it is. Don't know. I mean, they were coming around the corner after the starting line. In fact, we'll see the corner here in a second. We'll kind of watch it from this perspective. This corner right up here. They were coming around this corner right up here, kind of side by side like this right here. Oh, it looked a lot like that, actually. What we just saw in front of our faces is kind of what it looked like. Now, that is going to hurt us. Now, unless Hamilton's out, where he gets out of our way, you know, sort of, that one right there will hurt us because, you know, these other cars are going to be able to get past us and we're going to lose a spot potentially. But it looks like we might be getting a yellow flag right away. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Cars were trying to make that corner right there, side by side. And I think Piastri was on the left side, just like Hamilton was here. And the Haas car just slammed into him and slammed into the wall. So, well, we can obviously see that happen here. I forgot to actually hit us on go crazy super fast. So I was too distracted by watching the watching the corner coming up. We'll do this. Hopefully we're about to get a yellow flag. Oh, it's actually a straight up red flag. So same situation. Straight up red flag here. Thankfully, it looks like we are...
It's a red flag.
It looks like we are not... I don't think we took damage. I can't tell. Did we hit the back of Mercedes there? I don't think anybody hit us in the back. I just can't tell if we hit the back of Mercedes there. All right, so we're currently in 11th, but I think a bunch of cars just got knocked out. Obviously, there's no other tires for us to change to anyway, but there's also no point in changing tires. It looks like our car parts are okay. No changes. I mean, we're going to get it right back in there. Okay, there are 3 cars that are out right now. Wow. Well, guys, unless we just crash ourselves, as long as we play it safe, we're getting points. And you know what? I don't know if do I want to push right here? You know what I might do? I'm going to come in here and tell him, look, dude, just be safe. Be safe. I mean, I'll push, but let's be safe about pushing. And hope that if we can survive these first couple of corners where everything kind of lines up again, then we might be able to settle into this 8th place spot and be okay. Now, the problem here is that AlphaTauri is also going to get points. So is McLaren most likely, because I think there's a good chance they could sneak past Alpine here. You never know. I mean, there is a reasonably good chance that the two teams that we don't want getting points will also get points. So we've just got to get more points.
No major risks. Copy.
Let's watch from here. Just settle in, buddy. It's okay. If AlphaTauri wants to get in front of you, it's not the end of the world. We still have more points than them at the end of the day. When you add up everything we've come to. Although if you want to get past him real quick, we'll take that as well. Okay, you know what? I think we're okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to neutral here. If we can get past him, I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, never mind. Maybe I should have been more aggressive. I don't want to crash. Right now we're getting points. I don't want to crash. And again, obviously we know that AlphaTauri is going to get points too, but not much we can do about that. Honestly, I think he's got a pretty fast car right now. All right, looks like we are settling into a rhythm here. So let's go back. We're going to have to run this aggressive pretty much for the rest of the race. We can push the entire rest of the race, though. And we'll just run it like that. Just going to watch this for a little bit here. Just kind of see how we settle into things. I mean, I doubt any of these people are going to be pitting. Well, will mediums make it to the... I think mediums will make it to the end. I don't think all of these softs will, though. I think they'd have to go super lightweight for these softs to make it to the end. So these guys might be planning on pitting again. It's borderline. It's possible these softs will make it barely. But if the hards barely make it on a relatively aggressive stance... Actually, it looks like we could actually attack a bit more. We'll do that for a little bit. We'll go back down to the top up. Sitting here behind him. I mean, it's not impossible to dream that we could get past Tsunoda here. And he'd still get points, but we could potentially find a way to sneak past him and get, you know, more points. Which is great if we can. I mean, the fact that we're behind him, I'm going to go back to aggressive. We're just going to settle into a rhythm here while we're topping up a bit. I will turn off battle assist, though. I don't think we need that while we're sitting here trying to top off. I'll have to keep an eye on this a little bit, though. I might babysit this race a little bit more than I have been. I've been going a lot of 8x and 16x speeds through the middles of some of these races because it just didn't really matter much. This one, you know, we might babysit this one just a smidge more. I mean, we're hanging with him. So far, so good. Do we dare go harvest? Do an early... I mean, I don't think we need to push too early, though. I think we can settle in here, and we don't have to push for an attack too soon. Honestly, the best thing we could do is just settle in, wait till the last possible moment to attack, just in case, before we even have a chance to attack, somebody else makes a mistake and this whole thing gets changed anyway. Like, if we go on an attack and either make a mistake ourselves, or as soon as we, you know, attack and maybe we do pass and maybe we don't, something bad happens, you know, then it's going to feel a little bit kind of awkward. So, settling in here, maybe he'll make a mistake, so maybe somebody else will make a mistake, change this whole thing up. You never know. That's the one good thing about Bottas. Now, I should probably knock on wood after saying this. He's consistent, usually. We are starting to drop back a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and push a little bit more on the tires because I still want to do some top off here. Can we stay close enough to being DRS? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Barely, maybe. Go, 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 go. Oh, I don't know. I think we'll get it. Yeah, okay, we got it. It's very important that we don't get too far behind Tsunoda here. All right, I'm going to try and go back down to aggressive, I think. Yeah, we're right on his tail now. Okay. Go back down to aggressive for a little bit. See what this looks like. It does look like, as of right now, the way things stand, AlphaTauri is the only team, one of our competitors, that's going to be getting points. It does look like McLaren is dropping off quite a bit. And of course, Williams is just way too far down there. I can't imagine they would be able to catch up on this particular track. All right, we're doing good. We're racing a good race here. Tires are okay. Get topped off a little bit and we can go back to neutral. I might push the tires down to yellow for a little bit just to make sure we have plenty of extra tread on them. We should be able to push the fuel almost to the end of the race. I think we have about 30 laps of fuel here extra, or 30 laps of pushing at level 3 worth of fuel, which would put us at 79. Yeah, we have basically enough fuel to get to the end of the race. Keep it close, buddy. Come on. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. I mean, I'm probably going to personally be playing like this instead of actually fast forwarding, but I will bring you guys back a little bit closer to the end if we have a chance to do an attack. So we'll be back. All right, we're back. We got 2 laps left. We still haven't passed Sonoda, but Gasly here, unfortunately, did get past both of us. He just did, like this last lap. He got past both of us. We held him off for quite some time, but he's just a faster car, which makes sense. So it's still a race between me and Sonoda. Unfortunately, not for 8th place now, but instead for 9th place. We're less than half a second behind him, coming through this DRS zone here. 2 laps left. I don't know if we can get this, but we're going to put everything we can into it. We're going to go full attack. We're going to go full deploy. We are going to do ERS battle assist. How are we looking over here? We're high. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna go for high aggression. This might be a huge mistake, but we're gonna try and get past him here sometime in the next 2 laps, hopefully. It's possible we should just hold off here and not try to pass him in one of these corners or anything like that and wait till we get to that DRS zone again. But I want to kind of just stay right on his rear bumper here. Come on, stay right there. Stay right there. Come on. Stay right on his bumper. Last lap coming up. We got anything left in the tank for this last DRS zone here? Go. Stay in. Yep, there we go. Go. Stay on the inside. Can we defend this? I think we've got enough potentially left in the tank just barely to defend this. We're going to get some more DRS here. I'm going to go ahead and go back to neutral for a bit. I'm going to tell you to always defend now. Got a little bit left in the tank here on the neutral. Go. Come on. Stay ahead. I mean, we've almost pushed this to a second past him. Would have been nice to keep the Alpine car behind both of us, but just did not happen. But that was a good move right there. We were able to get past him there. And it looks like we have secured 9th. Is this our first 9th place finish? Right? This is our best finish so far because we've had 3 10th place finishes in a row for 1 point each. I mean, again, it's unfortunate that AlphaTauri does pick up some points, but we pick up more points, and that's really huge.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right.
I mean, we're celebrating like we just won the championship again. I mean, and we should. Again, our best finish that we've had in quite some time. So we're down here. We did go move up a spot. We're up to 5 points overall. So we're still in the spot. There's AlphaTauri with 31 point. We are on 5 points. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I actually didn't even think about this. Did we even have... No, we didn't have anything. Oh, because we never had a pit stop. All of our tire changes, our only tire change came during the red. We missed out on a pit stop. Oh, no. I mean, I think we're still going to be fine chasing down Red Bull, but it almost would have been better for us just to pit stop and not get 9th place, you know, in a way. But no, I think we're still going to be able to chase them down. But that's funny that we just never had a pit stop throughout the whole run. All right, how are we looking at here? We did miss the Q3 guarantee, but we picked up a couple of their guarantees there, and did we get this full one? Yes, $1 million there. I like that. That was a good race. That actually helped us out a lot. Other than the fact that Piastri might have a whole bunch of parts we got to replace. So that $1 million might actually be gone right now because we got to put it into Piastri's car. Man, all of our drivers, or no, both our drivers and our staff guy leveled up there. That's pretty good. All right, more sponsor obligations. Ugh. I think we have to say yes to this because, yeah, our driver's going to race a little bit more poorly when they're doing more obligations. Sure. But I mean, we need the money more than the points, and we've got enough points to secure 7th spot for right now, and we're not really pushing for 6 or anything like that. We're just going to be settled in where we're at. I think we've got to go with something like this. It's going to potentially give us more money, I would assume. So we'll go with that. Everything there looks all right. Theo, our up-and-coming driver, looking pretty good in F2. We did fail our chassis, and man, we're going to get 2 new chassis. And a front wing and a suspension. Oof. Well, I mean, the good news is that we do have a suspension coming up in 5 days, which is not quick enough. Really? All right. Okay, well, let's get your chassis first, because that is the most important. Getting your car decked out and ready to go. And then I think you're going to have to go with back down to this chassis, unfortunately. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want you on 2. I want you on 1. It's just fine. I don't want to use one of these on car 2. Because I need at least 1 spare, I think, in our bank. And the suspension, he's gonna have to go down to one of these as well. I think we'll just go all the way down to this one. This middle one is just not that much of an improvement, so not really worth worrying about putting in there. Oh, I didn't even think to check. Did you mess up your engine? No. Yeah, that's your second gearbox, so that one's okay. Second, yeah. No, I don't think you took any damage to those. If you did, it was very minimal. So I think we got a little bit lucky there. All right. So again, we do have stuff coming up, but nothing that's going to be coming up before. And we have the underfloor design coming up. I guess we'll be done with the side pods, and we can craft something after that. So I guess there's that as well. Man, Spanish Grand Prix comes up super fast. All right. Finished manufacturing side pods. Good stuff there. I mean, probably chassis. Getting caught back up on the chassis is the next important thing. Are we designing a chassis? I can't remember. We are not currently. Or are we going to design a chassis? Probably. So maybe we just deal with it as is. I don't know. What are we about to finish designing on? Underfloor. I think we'll save this spot for that underfloor. Get started on that. So let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit here. Okay, let's go design. Let's go get this underfloor started working on. Next, I think that's really going to help our car out overall. Really boost up our top speed, which is something we're struggling in. It does lower our low speed, medium speed a little bit, but right on the edge of both of those. So I think overall it's a net gain. It's not by much, to be fair, but I do think it is a net gain. We do want to graph 3 of these. They're not going to be available for this next race, obviously, but actually, this is probably the last underfloor we manufacture. I'll come back to that. It probably is, and so we probably will build an extra one on top of that. All right, let's go develop something else. We've already done. Okay, let me go look at the crafts again. So we're on our 4th suspension, technically our 3rd, because the second one didn't really count. We're on our 3rd rear wing, 3rd front wing. We've got a 3rd. We got this suspension coming out. I'm probably okay with. We could probably cancel the last one of those. Oh no, this is the last one. Never mind. That's fine. Front wing, rear wing, and suspension. We're about to do the underfloor. So I guess we need another sides pod and another chassis. Those are the two new other designs. If we want to give it like a second level of design, or technically a third, but you know, after our baseline, 2 more increases, and then we might reevaluate from there. All right, let's do that. So either side pod or chassis. I mean, we're gonna have to craft some new chassis at some point. So let's go ahead and design this, I think, first. We don't have any hours at the moment. We will have some in 26 days. And I mean, we want to respect the engine cooling, but most likely we're going to try and sneak in some of these other things a bit. Probably not airflow. It's probably not what we're going to be counting on our chassis for, but probably just drag reduction. I mean, do we go with something like that? A tiny drop in engine cooling. Not really enough to matter. Small increase in top speed. We probably would like to go up a little more than that. Something like that, maybe. It gives us, moves us up a spot on both top speed and acceleration. Actually moves us up to 8th overall on acceleration. I mean, top speed just is what it is, because that just means we're better than our other car. But keeps our engine cooling pretty high. I mean, it drops it a little bit, but still keeps it pretty high. Gives us almost a full kilometer per hour on our top speed. Tiny bit of acceleration. Yeah, I think this is probably pretty decent. Drops a little bit of some of these other things, but that's not what this part's for. All right, let's go with that. What are we looking for? We're looking at 30 days plus 10 to craft it, so we would need this done. We're going to use Silverstone. It needs to be done by the 26th, preferably. Which is exactly what we can do. Cool, 26 days. Not by the 26th, but 26 days from now. That looks actually perfect. Keep doing the normal designs. It's not really building us a lot, but the intense ones are just so incredibly expensive. High confidence. That's what we want to see. Delighted, happy, delighted, delighted. Just a couple disappointed, and another delighted. So yeah, we're in a good place, I think, for all of that. Driver development update. Picking up some smoothness. Yep, again, both of them picking up smoothness. Arguably could be the most important stat on in a system where we're trying to push the tires a lot. Adaptability is, you know, whatever. 2 points in reactions, we'll take that. That's actually not bad. Baltazar is actually picking up quite a bit of stuff as well. That's good. So I think that's what we're hoping for. I think we want more smoothness. Honestly, that's really what we're hoping for from him, is smoothness. And I think it was a cornering or braking. I can't remember which one he's training right now. Cornering, yeah, some more cornering would be good. Yeah, smoothness and cornering. If those two can go up, I mean, we want more reactions. I think if we get reactions above 80, I'll feel pretty happy about that. But really, it's the cornering and smoothness that I'd really like to see start leveling up a bit more. All right, let's keep going. Let's get to the training schedule for the pit crew. Looking okay here. In fact, actually, let's look at the cumulative. Looks like we might be able to squeeze it in a practice session here, or a gym training session, I should say. Yeah, I mean, it seems like that made no negative difference whatsoever. I mean, we're not gaining anything on the pit time. Actually, let me do this real quick. Let me just go to pit stop time just so I can kind of get most of them changed over for me so I don't have to do it myself. So we are looking at, again, we're still good on the fatigue. We're just barely weary there. So we'll drop this off. We need one, actually, of those. Yeah. Okay, so we can do one of those. That drops us down another 700ths of a second. If we can get under 2.1, I would be very happy with that. Let's change all these over to pit stop. Gym training, I should say. I don't know what our actual target number is going to be. Where we just say, okay, that's good enough on the pit stop times. Let's start switching over to mistakes and things like that. But I think we can continue to push a bit lower. Actually, honestly, this right here, I mean, I have to reconfigure it a little bit because we can't stick with that. But we're almost under 2 seconds. I think if we get sub 2 seconds, that might be about as good as we get. Although, honestly, we may just keep going until we just don't see any more improvement, I suppose. All right, so we want to be just right at the line of between fatigue and rested. So we will get rid of you and you. Okay, still a bit more. I think that's, let's see, we drop 20%. So we would drop down to 49. It's a gamble, but if that is true that we drop 20%, then is that true? Is that true up here as well? Yeah. So if we drop 20%, then we will be just above the line. So this looks like the most that we could possibly do. And this does get us down to a 0.13 seconds off cumulatively, but can't talk cumulatively by the time we get here. That's pretty huge. I am happy with those. Cool. Let's go with that. Any scouting we need to do? Oh, we already got some technical chief scouting going on. That's right. I remember now. We're scouting the big boys just in case someday we can go after them.
Thank you for joining us.
Why didn't it ask us to set our targets? What? I never saw... Did I just skip through it and just didn't see it? That's annoying. I don't remember seeing this pop up. Oh well. I mean, it is what it is. It's annoying. Is what it is, but I can't do anything about it. All right, they want both drivers to finish 15th or higher 3 times in a row. And they want... And we got one more to get this. I think we should be able to get that. Obviously, fastest lap we're not indicating. And then qualify. Yeah, man, I don't know what I did. I don't know if I just did something wrong, but what you gonna do? All right, well, I'll be back once I get the practice and qualifying stuff done. All right, we did get both drivers into Q2 this time, but we did miss Q3 again. Not by a lot, although more than probably, no, actually less than I thought. I was looking at this number. Over here, no, we missed it by 200ths, less than 200ths of a second. For Bottas, or sorry, missed 11 plays by 200ths of a second. I guess we missed Q3 by more than that, so ignore me what I just said. But Piastri did it pretty good. I'm impressed. He's right there neck and neck with Bottas. I'm pretty happy with that.
The time is all...
I have no idea how good we're going to be on this track. Really no expectation. Guess we got a grid penalty. We did have a mishap in...
The stage is set here in Barcelona as we get ready for 66 laps of the Spanish Grand Prix.
I'm going to restart this save because I don't know why it let me start the race. I hadn't set a second set of tires. That's weird. I feel like I've hit spacebar there before just to skip ahead to the next screen, but I didn't expect it to start. Okay, I'm going to be right back. Okay, thankfully the autosave saves us right here at the screen that I just accidentally skipped. Why does it let you do a strategy that doesn't, I mean, I guess you could do a strategy on the fly, but I don't know. I'll have to be more careful in the future. I felt like I would have figured out that after however many seasons of, well, between F1 Manager 2022 and then obviously the several races we've done here, that hitting the spacebar would advance us to the race before I'm ready. I don't know why I hadn't seen that before. All right, whatever. No big deal. We do want to move some engine parts around. I believe we're going to go down this engine. I think we're going to have to. I just don't know that we have... We'll leave this ERS on for now. We'll leave that gearbox on. That's fine. I mean, we're going to be underpowered, but I just think we're at a spot now where it's more about longevity and trying to qualify for money, although we did miss out on the money. I suppose what I could have done is restarted the qualifier too, but I don't think we have an autosave for that. Actually, you know what? I can check that. I'm actually kind of curious now. No, this would have been last night stuff. Yeah. Okay. I should have auto resaved it, reloaded it as soon as I missed the money. But obviously, it's going to be very important for us to get the money going forward. It's unfortunate that the only reason we missed is because, again, I must be spacebar happy or something. I don't know how I'm suddenly hitting the spacebar more often than I normally would, and accidentally skipping things that I don't intend to skip. We'll accept the mistake for now. Do I want to use this one? Yeah, I think we got a little bit of life left of this, and we'll run this one. I think it's 40% that it dies, so we should be able to get through a race. All right, what else? Okay, let's go check our strategies for real this time. Yeah, just no hands on the spacebar, because I've already messed up a couple things just from accidentally hitting the spacebar too many times. 21-second pits is reasonable. Compound performance. Small difference between medium and hard. About almost half a second between soft and medium. So if we can sneak in some softs, that would be ideal here. Yes, I know we got a great penalty. Yeah, looks like this is going to be a triple stint. All right, we really can't push those at all. At all. In fact, this is not even going to run. Yeah, we can't run that at all. So that's not even an option. This one should be an option. Barely. If we run the hards a little bit harder, does that help us at all? 6. Something like that. Or what if we alternate that? So that's 6 seconds under. What if we made this one go a little bit harder instead? No, it's actually better to run the hards more aggressively. Something like that, looks like. Do we dare check this one? I think the reason he can't do this one very well is because we don't have any softs left over to make this work. But we'll try. So we would probably bump that backwards a little bit. Now we can get a little bit of cushion here. Something like that. I mean, this one's definitely better. I mean, is there an oddball strategy where we triple pit? I don't know. Let's find out. If we were going to triple pit, probably what I would do is start off on mediums if we can. Let's see. We're going to add a stint here. We don't have any mediums left, do we? That's probably going to be the problem. Yeah, we don't have any mediums left. We don't even have any hards left. Wow, we'd have to start on softs. Go to hards, go to mediums, go to softs, something like that. Yeah. But I mean, the whole point of this would be just to like really push aggressive. I can't imagine there's any world where this is logical. All right, so pushing super aggressive on all of these is not going to work. What if we just go medium level aggressive? It's really not getting us any time savings, is it? Not really. I mean, with something like this, we could probably push a smidge more. But there's no way that's a... I mean, it's 1 second faster, but obviously we're not counting for pit stops. Okay, so this is the strategy we're going to go with. We're not going to be able to push much on this particular track. That's okay. We'll just have to deal with it. And then for you, I mean, it's basically been the same strategy, right? Unless you can run this one. You cannot. You can't run that one. You might be able to run that one. But I think we'd rather just run this one just like him. If we were going to do this, though, I think what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to swap the mediums and the softs. See what that does for us. Something like that is about as good as we're going to get. All right. This is going to be a tough track. I mean, we're basically not going to be pushing at all. A couple attacks here and there, and that's about it. Obviously, attack at the beginning. I mean, we're just going to stick with that strategy, but we'll be cooling off pretty quickly, it looks like. Okay. We'll go with that. Parts look okay. Yep. Well, let's get into this.
The stage is set here in Barcelona. One of the oldest races on the Formula One calendar. This is the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Let's get in Bottas's helmet here and watch him go. Couple DRS zones on this track. I don't like that there's an AlphaTauri car ahead of us. There we go. Looks like we might have gotten past him there. Or nope, he's right there. He's right there on the inside. Oh no. I mean, neither of us is in points at the moment, so I suppose if they get ahead of us and don't get points, it's okay.
Okay, Valtteri, the race is not over.
That's probably my favorite comment. It's so funny. All right. Well, I'll bring you guys back probably at the end of the race because I can't imagine anything crazy is going to happen here. So we'll just zip along through this race and we'll be right back. All right. There was an incident relatively early on. In fact, I was going to say, did we even get a pit stop? I think we'd get one pit stop out of it. But Tsunoda did take out Piastri. He did take the penalty, so it was his fault. They were coming around the corner after the straightaway, and Piastri was slowing down, and Tsunoda just slammed right into the back of him, and they both went into the wall. So, unfortunately, probably some pretty good damage to Piastri's car. I'm a little scared to see what that looks like. We'll find out. But Bottas did get 11th, so no points, but still really solid run. Feeling pretty good about that. We're still 7th, of course. The only thing I can think is that Tsunoda was getting revenge for the last race when we passed him right there at the end. We did get only one pit stop in the top, unfortunately. So we're not really gaining on Red Bull with this one. I mean, we're distancing ourselves from the other teams a little bit, but we still have a lot to go against Red Bull. I mean, we got to get more pit stops. That's really what it comes down to. He actually had a error in his one pit stop. So the fact that he didn't get a second one, unfortunately, meant that he just wasn't able to get another chance at it. So really, really unfortunate to see couple crashes in a row. Again, this one was not our fault, though. I think that's the second time in a row that it wasn't our fault. Really just bad luck. Did pick up a couple performance guarantees, it looks like, thankfully. Unfortunately, we did not add any more to this, which was just me being dumb. So I'll be more careful in the future, but I'm glad we still got a good chunk of money. Next race is in 11 days. We might be able to get some parts done. Okay, here's the bad thing. Let's go look. Oh my goodness, everything is destroyed. Oh, did I put on the old engine? Did I put on a new engine? I think I put on the lesser engine, didn't I? But I did put on the good ERS. But the gearbox was the second gearbox, so it was the one that was already pretty low. The engine, I think, was the second engine, so we still have the good engine for him, but it was our good ERS, so we will have to craft an ERS for him, it looks like. Ouch. That is just harsh. And it wasn't his fault. That's the rough part of it. I mean, if it was his fault, fine, whatever. He, you know, drivers make mistakes. But, man, that was just not his fault. All right, underfloor. Definitely replace that. I have no idea what we're going to be doing here. I guess we're going to go with this one. Front wing. I mean, we're going to go back down to this one. Unfortunately, his car is just not going to be that good right now. We'll try to get him some better parts again. That was our spare side pod. And we're down to our last first level suspension down here. Okay. And then, man, all of this stuff. Yeah, it was that one right there. So we still have one more engine. Don't gotta get one changed out desperately right now, but we are gonna have to get us another ERS. I guess we'll run this one until it gets yellow, and then we'll think about getting an ERS at that point. And this one was getting low. We could have used it for practice and stuff, but at least we have some spares there. So definitely ERS. Also shaved off more of the engine quicker than we would have liked for sure. So there are definitely more parts in our future. Now we do have a good chunk of money right now. So there is that going for us, I suppose. Let's see. What are we crafting right now? We are getting some underfloors done. First one will be done in 3 days. Good stuff there. And then development, 5 days, 9 days. Okay. All right, let's just go through the list. We have one chassis here. I may hold off until we design those other chassis. 2 of those. We're probably going to get another wing. Another one of those will be coming at some point. I mean, most of these things we just are probably going to try and hold out on until we can get new ones, right? I would like... We're probably... Oh, no, so we are doing another... Yeah, we're doing a lot of this stuff. This underfloor is probably the one thing that we will probably be crafting quite a few of to put on both cars. Honestly, so... Oh, this is already in progress. That's right. So yeah, we've already got everything right this second that we would really desperately need. All right, I'm going to think about this for a little bit. I'm sorry, I just realized the time on the video. We'll come back when I'll figure all this stuff out, and then we'll come back, get ourselves set up for the next race. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.